Hello, everybody, and welcome to episode 2 of The Pie Crust. Again, we are at The Pie Crust, that's P-I, Pie, and thepiecrust@gmail.com. I'm your host, Dan Peck, and with me is Mike.
Mike, yes. I'm Mike Arizari. Hi, everybody.
Okay, so what did you do this weekend, Mike?
This weekend, well, I could have went to that Wizard World convention thingy in Philadelphia, but I didn't because they're terrible. Yeah, they had like a Firefly reunion, like Nathan Fillion was supposed to be there, but something happened, scheduling conflict, as they always say. So yeah, he wasn't there, but I would have loved to see Jewel State, Sexy Kaylee. But yeah, I didn't go, and I don't regret it.
I saw a picture of Jewel State the other day, and I thought it was Rosamund Pike for a while. And then someone was, like, commenting on the picture and was like, oh, it's because, like, someone was like, should she be the next companion on Doctor Who? And I was like, Rosamund Pike? I don't know. And then people were like, yeah, Kaylee should totally... I'm like, wait a minute. That's Jewel State. Yes, she should be on everything.
Oh, yeah. I sent you that cosplayer girl. It looks just like her. It was
I thought it was her.
Yeah. There's some girl in Tumblr.
In the fancy dress she got on that one planet.
Puffy dress when she goes to the ball.
To the ball. That it looks like it was store-bought. You should tell your girl that it looks store-bought.
But, yeah.
We have some casting news. Glenn Close announced to be in Guardians of the Galaxy.
Well, that's an odd choice for Rocket Raccoon there.
She could pull off the hair.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, she wasn't 101 Dalmatians.
Yes, she was the...
That has nothing to do with
Cruella de Vil in that movie from, like, 15 years ago. Yeah. I think that might be the only Glenn Close movie I have seen in its entirety.
I couldn't name you another Glenn Close movie.
She was in, I forget what it's called, but it was, like, her... She, like, bangs Michael Douglas or something like that, and she becomes, like, a psycho.
Oh, you hear about that guy?
Cradle?
You hear about that guy?
Michael Douglas?
Yeah. He says he got cancer from oral sex.
Do what now?
Go look it up.
So, what, like, he was, like, performing sexual acts on a woman that had, like, ovarian cancer? Like, what's going on?
I don't know, I was just reading the headlines, and I'm like, okay.
That doesn't make any sense.
But apparently it's possible.
Everything's going to give you cancer. This bottled water I'm drinking
get off
give you
Facebook
cancer.
while you're reporting. Go on.
Karen Gillan, who was in Doctor Who.
Oh, that's another odd choice for Rocket Raccoon.
Yes, she's going to be in Guardians of the Galaxy. As somebody, I don't even know if they've announced anybody's part yet. They just have announced all these names.
They announced all the people. Oh, wait. Glenn Close, I believe, is the person in charge of the group.
So she's the guardian of the Guardians of the Galaxy.
Who guards the Guardians?
Who watches the Watchmen? To the Watcher? Oh wait, he's Marvel in the Watchmen or DC. Ooh, not good. And today, Benicio del Toro was announced.
Yes. That is another odd choice for Rocket Raccoon.
Actually, he probably could do it.
Yeah, he probably gave her a nice honeymoon.
A nice honeymoon. That was weird that he was in a Bond film.
The criminally underrated License to Kill.
It is really good. It is like the most violent, nasty one.
Everyone trashes it because Timothy Dalton.
Timothy Dalton was a good Bond. I mean, the first one he did, the Living Daylights, that was like more regular Bond, like, more regular Bond. It was...
Yeah, that was weird because James Bond allies with Afghanistan.
Yes, he helps the Afghani rebels. So he helps Osama bin Laden come to power. But that was the times. In the 80s, we were helping them, and then in the early 2000s, they hate us again. So, that tells you something. Don't help anybody, because 20 years later, they're going to hate and kill you.
Yeah. War is bad.
Did you see any movies this last week? Not theaters or?
I think I was watching Superman 2 on TV. I guess they're playing that because the Man of Steel is coming up.
Yeah.
It was funny because I noticed the guy who plays J.W. Pepper in those 2 Roger Moore Bond films, and he's in there.
He's in the first 2, right? The blaxploitation film, Live and Let Die, and
whatever.
Man with the Golden Gun, because they were on. Him and his wife were on vacation in India. It was ridiculous. So you saw Superman 2?
Superman 2.
What are your thoughts on Superman 2?
I've seen it before. I don't think I've kind of seen it all the way through. I know what happens and everything.
Which version was it? Was it the regular or the Donner cut?
The which one?
The theatrical or the Richard Donner cut?
Oh, beats me.
Because Richard Donner did like half of Superman 2, and then they fired him. It's like half of the scenes are different, but the same idea happens through the scene.
I like at the end when he beats up the guy at the bar, and he's like, "Oh yeah, I was lifting weights."
Do you even lift, bro?
Come at me, bro. I'm Superman.
I have not seen any movies in the last week, so that's that for me. But what I did this week is I finished Battlestar Galactica.
Well, it is about time.
I am about 7 years behind. I don't know. I don't remember when the show actually ended. I know you watched at the time.
I remember it started when I was a senior in high school.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
All I know is, from the beginning to the end, Sci-Fi was still SCIFI.
When they actually played Sci-Fi. They
hadn't changed it to SYFY yet.
Siffy.
Siffy. Yeah, but the thing is, Siffy, like, it would still be Siffy with SCI. Siffy, sweet.
Skiffy.
But yes, Battlestar Galactica gets 2 thumbs up. It's a really intense show, and I compare it to Walking Dead in the fact that I loved it every minute of it, but I cannot rewatch a single minute of it. It's just too intense.
Now, did you like how they wrapped everything up? Because I know a lot of people were really bothered by how it was all about religion and blah, blah, blah.
And how everyone had a space in destiny or whatever. I didn't mind all that. Some of the weird parts about the ending that were kind of weird to me were like how almost everyone like broke away by themselves, and how like Starbuck just disappears.
Yeah, Starbuck is like the only thing I didn't get.
It's a complete loose end, but I don't want to be like a certain somebody that hates the wrestler because they didn't like the ending, the ambiguous ending.
Hey man, that is the worst movie ever made.
I mean, what happened at the end?
We're just going to refer to him as Heyman on this show.
Heyman.
And only 2 people listen to the show will get that.
That we know.
And apologies to the other people who have to listen to the show.
Heyman. Yeah, he hates the wrestler because at the end, it just ends with him in mid-move.
Oh, we're spoiling that movie now.
Well, that movie came out like 6 years ago.
Was it? No, that was like 2008 or 9.
So, it's 5 years ago.
I remember it was still kind of in the ROH. And I could have been an extra in that movie.
Pat and Rob and Heyman are there somewhere.
Yeah.
Because they were at those shows, the double feature shows.
Anyway, back to the Battlestar Galactica.
Back to Battlestar Galactica. I do another podcast where we talk about wrestling. What is this?
This isn't Club Kayfabe. Oh yeah, listen to them because we're on their network or something.
We're like unofficially affiliated because I'm the 3rd guy on that show and I'm the host on this show. So we're like brothers or something.
I'm only here.
We're like your brother's cousin's uncle's sister or something.
Former roommate.
Battlestar
Galactica.
Battlestar Galactica. Yeah, how like there's no payoff to the storyline with Starbuck. Like the whole thing is like, well, what's the deal?
She was a ghost the whole time. I think that's what it was. I don't know.
At one point, I was like, oh, I bet you she's like, Lee's the only one who ever really sees her, but that doesn't make any sense because she had solo scenes with like everybody else on the shows. Like everyone's talking to Lee's invisible best friend.
But it's been like a year or so since I finished watching that show, so I can't remember exactly everything. And I didn't realize the number one Cylon, or Cavill, was that his name? Yeah, Cavill.
Yeah, John.
That was the guy from Quantum Leap.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that.
He was number one.
He was number one.
Oh, and I think number two was Leoman, or however that's pronounced or written. So I think I know about half their numbers. The Sharons are 8s.
3 is Xena.
Xena Warrior Princess.
I don't know the other numbers.
6
4 might be the black guy.
4 is the black guy?
I don't know. That's probably a lie.
I don't know. 6 is, of course, Trisha Helfer. So I don't know who the 4s, 5s, and 7s are.
Oh yeah, speaking of which, that means I guess you got the point of All Along the Watchtower then, when you mentioned that last week.
Oh yes, it's still kind of weird. So All Along the Watchtower was written about 158,000 years before it was recorded by Bob Dylan
Jimi Hendrix.
Or Jimi Hendrix.
That one-hit wonder, Jimi Hendrix. What did he ever do?
Apparently that was his only number one hit.
Yes.
His only number one. You can still have hits, but that's a number one hit.
He revolutionized the guitar. It's still a one-hit wonder.
Still a one-hit wonder. Anything else? Battlestar Galactica?
Well, I liked how everything tied together, and I'll admit I did cry when friggin' Rosalind died.
When everything Colonel tied together.
When she's just sitting in the plane and then she goes out and I'm like, damn it, all in the field, hit me right in the field, and I lost it.
And she's watching like the gazelles in the field or whatever, and he's like,
she's like, oh look, it's so nice, and then she's dead.
And then she dies in the raptor.
Yes.
Still lands it, and he just sits there on a rock, and he's like,
I'm gonna build this friggin' house right here in the middle of
right here on top of a mountain. It'll be great.
It's gonna be bomb ass, bro.
Let's talk about Gaius Frakkin Baltar.
Gaius Frakkin Baltar. These goddamn Cylons.
God's damn Cylon.
That's my terrible Michael Hogan impression. While I have congestion.
This Gaius Frakkin Baltar. Gaius Baltar was kind of a bitch. Almost the entire time. He just floated through the entire series. He was essential for a while, and then he was just like a side thing for a while, and then
look, I'm Jesus.
It was really weird, his arc on the show.
You notice when there's like those cult people, he like shaved his I don't know, they gave him like a haircut or something. He looked like Jesus. I don't know if that was intentional or not.
Oh, I don't know. He got shaved by the chick, but then the guy attacked him in the bathroom. Bathroom attacks.
Then he had sex with Edie.
I think he had sex with all those. When he first went into that area, all I saw was women, and then all of a sudden, like, 3 guys were in that group. It was like 95% women, and there was like 3 dudes.
Yeah.
Funny, because like later, I think the president refers to it as his harem.
He has sex with all the girls.
Apparently. And then there's the one that's like real bitchy and really wants to be the leader of the group, and he freaking like shuts her down, and then like the next episode she's all over him again. Like you thought there was gonna be a power struggle in the group for an episode or 2? Nope. Next episode she's like, "Can I suck your D?"
Oh, I thought it was gonna be a clean show. I guess not anymore.
Well, I just said D, so
she wants the D.
What's the D? The Galactic Battlestar of Proportions.
Yes, still one of my favorite TV shows ever.
Yes, I did enjoy the show. a lot, but like I said, it's too intense. I don't know if I'll ever watch it again.
I'll watch it if the reruns are on TV somewhere. But
And then you see Gaius, Frakkin, Baltar.
Gaius, Frakkin, Baltar.
See, one thing you guys will learn through the life of this podcast is that Mike is not very good at voices.
Well, I do Carl right now, but yeah, my voice.
It's
you know what I mean.
It's a gimmick.
If it'll get me over.
Okay. Okay, that's Battlestar Galactica.
Yeah, you got some news bits about a show I don't care about right here.
This weekend, it was announced that Matt Smith will be done with Doctor Who after the Christmas special, which means that he will be turned into somebody else.
Was the governor going to be on that special again then?
Yes, the governor will be.
He'll show up again.
And there'll be a giant Cyberman over London.
Oh, that means nothing to me.
So let the speculation begin!
Oh, Samuel L. Jackson. That's my answer.
Yes.
It's funny how, as at work, and I was reading, like, they had this poll of who should be the next Doctor. Most of it was a bunch of guys I'd never heard of, but the third popular answer was cancel his show.
Oh, no.
Cancel this tired-ass show.
During this last season, they hit 100 episodes of the new series. So
was that since Eccleston, or...
Yeah, since Eccleston, when they relaunched the show. Because they ended the show in 89.
Was that, like, the 8th?
With Sylvester McCoy, who was the 7th Doctor. In, like, 1996, they made a TV movie where Sylvester McCoy shows up. He's trying to transport the remains of the Master back to Gallifrey, I believe. And he makes a stop in San Francisco in the late 1999. It's about to become 2000. Turn of the new millennium, whatever. And he walks out of the TARDIS. He's in a back alley and he gets shot by gangsters. It's like the second most like pathetic way for a Doctor to have to regenerate. I think the first one would be the first one where he's just like, I'm tired of this old body. I think it's time to regenerate.
It was the 60s back then.
So what was the first time they didn't know? They were just making something up so they could keep the show going. So yeah, and he turned into Paul McGann, and they only did that TV movie, which I enjoyed it.
So they used one regeneration on a movie.
Yeah, a TV movie is only like an hour and a half long. It's like a two-parter episode, really. And that's all he did before bringing the show back in 2005 with Eccleston.
By the way, everyone, I don't mind this show. I just trash it because it's funny. I mean, I'd get into it if I wasn't lazy.
If you were lazy, you'd get it.
Like, my father is so into that show. He has, like, every old episode on VHS. So I probably knew about that show before a lot of my friends.
He's got it on Betamax.
He has, like, every special. Yeah.
He's got, like, the 5 Doctors and stuff like that.
He's got the 3 Doctors, the 5 Doctors.
The 2 Doctors.
The 1 Doctor. The 12
I wonder what they're going to call the 50th anniversary one, because it's just 2 Doctors again. Are they going to call it the 2 Doctors? Because there already was a 2 Doctors.
The 11 Doctors.
The 11 Doctors. The 12th Doctor.
I'm Doctor Who, bitch!
Well, yeah, so I'm kind of hoping it's somebody that I don't know or barely know again, like Matt Smith. Like, I hadn't heard of him before.
Yeah, it's fine if it's a nobody. They should get Michael Hogan. Oh, fuck.
All these fracking Daleks.
These goddamn Daleks.
Goddamn Dalek.
You know he was in Mass Effect 2 and 3, right?
That's what you said. He's somebody that you hear,
He's the commander, CSEC commander captain on the Citadel.
Oh, is he?
Yes.
I should play that game again. Not, I'm not going to buy those.
Trisha Helfer is Edie.
Yes, Trisha Helfer is Edie. And apparently they did scenes with her and Seth whatever his name.
Seth Meyers.
Seth Meyers, Seth Rogen.
Oh God, if it was Seth Rogen.
With her and him
together. Off.
actually in the same room doing their "I love you, Joker" and "I love you, Edie" stuff.
I could bake a cake.
Because I saw the. Sometimes I become so excited about an idea that I forget to cycle the oxygen.
And Shepard's Shepard's what the F face.
If you want to see a bunch of video game WTF faces and O faces, you got to play that Walking Dead adventure game.
Wait, the Facebook one or the
No, the
one with
the Telltale game.
Oh yeah.
Everyone gives their
Kenny.
The faces in that game. Oh my goodness. We're not at video games yet. We're still on TV because not this last weekend, but the weekend before, they showed a preview episode of Avengers Assemble, the new Avengers cartoon.
I should have mentioned this last week, but oh well. Yes, I would have preferred. This is like the spiritual. What's the word I'm looking for? Spiritual successor
to Earth's Mightiest Heroes.
Earth's Mightiest Heroes. Yeah, the mood of the show is a little different, and it looks like they're just going on with the core group from the movie universe so far. You know, Iron Man, Hulk, Thor, Cap. The
Hawkeye.
Hawkeye and Black Widow, and they throw in a Falcon.
Punch.
But yeah, they got rid of my beloved Wasp.
And Hank Pym.
But who cares about him because Wasp. She was adorbs. But yeah, I thought it would be like more of a kind of a cartoon interpretation of the movie universe, but it looks like they're teasing that more villains from the Marvel books. Like they tease Doctor Who, or I almost said Doctor Who. Doctor Doom.
He was in one episode, I believe, of Earth.
Yeah.
So you're saying like they're continuing the storyline from Earth's Mightiest Heroes, but they're doing it with like the movie group.
Yeah, kinda. Like Red Skull gets a hold of Iron Man's armor, so it becomes the Iron Skull.
He's the Iron Skull?
Yeah, he gets his own armor.
Is it like the Iron Patriot, which in the comic books was Green Goblin? Got a hold of one of Tony's things.
I almost said Norman Reedus, too. I am so off today.
Norman Osborn.
Norman Reedus is Iron Patriot, everyone.
Norman Reedus is Iron Patriot. Daryl, and Merle.
But yeah, I guess it debuts in July. I prefer Earth's Mightiest Heroes, but it's going to be interesting where they go with it. I like how Hawkeye is the comic relief again, so that's
it stinks. No, I didn't see it. All I saw was like a preview video of it, and it was like in Earth's Mightiest Heroes, they tried so hard to make the Iron Man just like Robert Downey Jr.'s Iron Man. And
that's what bothered me.
And in this one, they didn't.
Yeah, that really bothered me. That really bothered me. But then they won me back. I guess they had like a Daily Bugle channel. They're watching whatever was happening, and the guy sounded. It was J. Jonah Jameson. Sounded just like J.K. Simmons, and I'm like, holy crap, is that him?
Yeah, I would not doubt it.
It wasn't him though. It sounded just like him though.
He better play J. Jonah Jameson in the new Super Spider series.
That guy is magnificent.
He's really good. I don't know if he still is, but he used to be the yellow M&M.
Yeah. Anyway, is that the only other shows besides TV I've been watching? The Phillies hurt their derp all over the field.
Yeah, but like the Yankees are all hurt too, but they're still winning games.
Yeah, Phillies are just terrible.
They're just terrible. I guess we're on to video games now.
The video games.
Just recently acquired the new Tomb Raider game, so tell me about it.
Yes, I was able to nab that for $20. I guess it was on sale in the Microsoft Store for $30. Plus, they had this thing back when they announced the Xbox One. If you sign up for their newsletter, you get $10 off. So I ended up getting the game for $20, and it's pretty good so far. The whole intro, you know how like the reboots they show how the characters normally are before whatever happens. You know what I mean? Like right off the bat, though, they show like Lara on the boat, and then disaster happens, and she winds up on an island. And I keep wanting to make arrow jokes because it's like this Asian island.
Oh God.
And I think she finds Slade Braxton at one point. She learns how to shoot a bow and arrow.
Slade Braxton? Did you just say?
Isn't that
Slade Wilson?
Stroke's name? Damn it! I love Journey. We're not explaining that joke yet.
No. Because it involves another podcast, and it's just like this one. Except for
Simply the diet version of that show.
Except for it been going for longer. There's stuff I talk about on that show that I'm like, oh man, we should talk about that, but I'm just...
We're just going to review their show now.
I know, we're talking about that show. I was like, no. And I was like, oh, they're giving me information, and I'm like, oh, I want to use that information. Do I have to cite my sources on podcasts too? I'm not in high school anymore, bro. I'm 30 years old. So you're on an island because your dad shot himself in the face on the rescue boat, right?
Yes, that's what happens exactly in Tomb Raider. But this game has a lot of the things I hate about the most modern mainstream games now, with like all the tutorial crap.
Oh yeah. Then there's like something you do finally like 50.
I don't hate how games are getting overly cinematic. I actually like that because I like a good story in my games.
Mm-hmm. Well, you don't look up like Metal Gear Solid 4 where you watch like a 45-minute video.
Yeah, that's I don't know. I'm not into that. I tried playing that, but that's just too complicated for me.
I've only played one Metal Gear Solid for more than 10 minutes, and I beat it.
I played the demo for Snake Eater. I think that was it for me. I'm like, done!
And you flipped over your desk.
I just walked away from my desk. But yeah, like the tutorials are insane. Right off the bat, you get tied up, and the prompt says use left stick to swing, and I'm like, why can't you figure this out by yourself? If she's an explorer, it would be more fun to explore and like try to figure out what you have to do. You know what I mean?
I think like in the beginning of Arkham City, you're in the chair, right? When you first can control Bruce Wayne, it does not tell you that you can rock the chair. I don't believe it does.
I don't think that's really... I think the only part with that... No. I didn't know you can rock the chair. I don't think it matters anyway.
You didn't know you could rock the chair?
No.
No, you rock the chair, you fall over, and that gets you loose, and then the guy comes in and hits you in the face with the butt of his rifle, but you take his... phone or whatever.
All I remember is when you're like handcuffed and then you like fight everyone. And then you get repeatedly punched in the face by Penguin.
Danny DeVito is the best ever.
Bruce Wayne has sex with all kinds of girls. Now we're ripping off that show.
Even Batman knows Bruce Wayne is a loser. Tomb Raider.
But yeah, and there's like a puzzle later, like the first opening act, there's like this puzzle you get to solve, and they give you the freaking button prompts.
Jump quest.
Like you have to set these crates on fire, then like push them down the ramp, and like I'm walking through there, and they give you the button to set it on fire, and I'm like, what the heck? I don't know if it's different on the harder mode, but plus they give you that whole. It's called survival instincts in this one, but it's essentially a detective mode.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I guess
Bear Grylls Survivor Instinct.
I guess since it's so hard to find stuff in the woods there, but at least like the stuff isn't really hard to find. I mean, there's like various relics you can pick up. You know how like most games have it's like flashing really bright.
Yeah.
It's not... yeah, they don't do that. If you like get close to it, it'll give you the button prompt to open the box. And there are some places when you can find like the treasure map, like in Arkham Asylum, when it gives you like the spots on the map where everything is. And then you're able to like add a waypoint to your map and you can get to it that way. What's another thing? Yeah, and another thing, they do it a lot in Modern Warfare when it like slows down when you have to hit someone. It goes in slow motion mode. They do that a few times. I mean, that's not really necessary. Like when you first get the rifle, you like walk in this room and they like shine the spotlights on you, and the next thing you know, you're holding the gun and you have to like unload on everyone while you're in slow motion. I'm like, why do you need that? But still, I'm enjoying it. Again, I'm probably gonna check out the multiplayer later. Now that I redeem that gold.
I don't know about the multiplayer in the game. I don't think I've seen any of it.
I assume it's just like the combat from the main game, just
big death matches on big maps,
yeah.
big deserty maps.
Capture the flag type thing.
I totally forgot to plug in my headphones this episode, so I hope there isn't a whole lot of splashback.
Oh well.
Alright, so Happy Wars released quote-unquote DLC in a title update that
I think it's just called the title update DLC.
Yeah, because it's just, you start the game and it goes, hey, there's an update, and it's like 57 megabytes. It's one of the bigger updates I've ever seen.
You get an Ilo Milo helmet thing.
Sure. They had like a bunch, they had like 8 achievements or whatever, and a couple of them are like insanely time-consuming.
And that game sucks because I had that game completed and everything.
You had all the achievements, but
I had all the main game achievements, and they went and added those new ones.
What I've said before is, like, according to Microsoft, you didn't get all the achievements as soon as there's DLC. Now, I don't really agree with that because DLC you have to pay more money for. But in a game like this, where the game is free and the quote-unquote DLC is just free added content, I understand. But I don't understand, like I said, I don't understand why they don't count it like, I completed, L.A. Noire, right? Well, there's like 3 DLC missions, so according to them, I didn't get all the achievements, but I did. It's a little annoying thing. Open up your Happy Wars, finish one fight, and you'll most likely get an achievement right away, because you've most likely finished 20 quests, because there's already like an achievement for finishing 40 in the main game. So I don't understand. It's a fact.
Yeah. Okay, so we mentioned we played Doritos Crash Course 2 together.
I talked about it last week. How about you talk about it this week?
But yeah, it's more or less the same game, but I guess they added more of the little stars you can collect and crap. I guess to add more replay value, and then they had that BS about microtransactions and pay extra to unlock stuff.
Which you don't have to do. You can spend money and unlock stuff faster, but
that's what I mean.
Not like you don't have to. I mean, it's not like it takes a ton of time to unlock all the levels and stuff. I mean, I did it in a couple days, but then again, I play a lot more often than anyone else does. So.
But yeah, I might play a little. But yeah, I still think it's stupid that you have to have gold in order to play these games.
Oh, because there's online DRM for a free game, because that makes sense.
You can play this game for free, but only if you have the gold account.
And you have to be connected to the internet the entire time.
Let's not get into that.
Not yet. I wrote down Batman and GTA because tomorrow I'm heading out to finish my pre-order on Batman Arkham Origins, and I'm going to up my pre-order on Grand Theft Auto to the special edition, which includes a map that is blueprint style of the city, and a art book, and a bunch of download content, like some extra cars and some extra characters. And,
nothing really got my attention with that.
And a boost, like apparently like your action thing, because like the one guy does like a bullet time, and the other guy does like a bullet time while driving.
They all got special skills.
Yeah, like Michael has bullet time shooting, and Trevor has Oh, he can like up his melee damage and intake. He can take more punishment, and that Franklin can do bullet time while driving. So if you're in a crazy situation and you have to make a crazy turn, you just you can slow down time for a bit. But apparently, part of the upgrading to Collector's Edition or Special Edition, you get more time on that bar, or it goes down slower, or whatever. I think there's more cars. Everyone who pre-orders the game gets the right to fly the blimp that you've seen in the thing. So that's going to be cool. There's like another higher tier on the pre-order thing where you can get, where it's like, it's more money than the game twice. It's like 150. But you get like even more stuff. Like you get a bank bag with a logo on it. You get a hat, like a Los Santos hat. It's crazy.
Yeah, I don't really care about all that.
Yeah, like the things I want
really
looks
good
are in that second tier one. It's only $20 more, so I'm gonna get it.
Nothing really I want to get in that special edition.
Apparently, there's special stuff.
Anything about the Batman?
I haven't heard anything about the Batman besides that you could play as Deathstroke. And the sticker I saw on the cover says, play as Deathstroke.
You can play as Slade Braxton.
And it says play as Deathstroke, and then in a separate line it says like extra mission things or whatever, like the special maps. So I don't know if that means that you can only play as Deathstroke in those maps, or if there's a Deathstroke mode and there's extra maps, and that's for... I'm guessing it's going to end up being for new copies. Like, there's just going to be a code on the back of the booklet or a separate sheet of paper.
Yeah, that's probably what it is. Like with
like the Catwoman one for the last game, yeah.
Is Slade Braxton someone involved in wrestling? I think that's where I got that from.
Blade Braxton.
Blade, okay. That's
really... one of the Wrestle Crap guys.
Yeah.
Slade.
Yep.
I've been watching a lot of Teen Titans, but I'm not done with it yet. I'll talk about it maybe next week.
Maybe I'll finish Avengers, or I'll finish season 2 of that. Oh yeah, we have E3 talk here.
Yes, E3 is next weekend, so if we talk about it next week, it'll be either over or halfway over.
I'll be working during all the keynote crap, so...
Yeah, I don't usually watch. I'll usually read someone's synopsis or whatever of it. But usually Microsoft does theirs the day before things actually start. What are you expecting to hear from E3 this year?
I could care less about Xbox after that awful Xbox One presentation. I don't know. There's word on the grapevine that Nintendo will talk more about the next Super Smash Bros. Game. And that's pretty much the only game I would care about buying for the Wii U. Well, besides Bayonetta 2. I'm sure they'll talk more about that there.
Is Nintendo doing an E3 thing?
Yeah, they do it every year.
I thought they stopped.
Oh. Well, they might be.
I'm expecting some backpedaling from Microsoft.
Yeah, and Sony probably, because they're talking about DRM for all their used games.
Yeah, I don't know.
Well, I don't think anyone's been... Microsoft didn't really confirm anything. They're just denying speculation. Or they're confirming that they haven't confirmed anything.
A lot of things are speculation based on patents they formed, which again, just because they patented an idea doesn't mean they're going to do it. But that also means that doesn't mean they're not going to do it. So, there's always the possibility in those situations. I expect actual release dates, and I expect price points.
Yeah, I read some crazy rumor that Xbox One is going to be $900. Yeah.
Yeah. No. They had to have...
never going to happen.
You got to have learned the lesson from Sony last time. Sony lost this last generation because they introduced their console at $600.
Well, who really won? Well, Nintendo, probably.
I don't know. I would say Microsoft won this one.
Well, Nintendo had the early running. And then Kinect came out, and that sort of helped Microsoft.
Well, see, now Nintendo did well when they launched because they purposely didn't release enough units, so they had a steady demand for like 6 months.
That's what the Wii did too, right?
Yeah, that's what they did with the Wii. I don't know if that's exactly. I think that's what they did with the Wii U because I remember
the Wii. I don't know. I haven't heard much about the Wii U.
Remember, Chris O'Mealy pre-ordered his Wii U before it came out, and he didn't get it until almost Christmas.
I hate it when people post Walking Dead spoilers. Hey, you guys see what's happening on Raw? Hi, Chris. I know you're listening. Probably the only other person listening to this show.
I don't know. If there's only 4 of us listening to the show, then we all listen to it.
I don't know. We got
times each.
Got like 1,000-some listeners on that last episode.
I haven't looked in a few days.
Oh, I might be
but
exact.
If it was only 4 of us, then we've all listened to it like at least 6 times.
I didn't even listen to it.
I do because I'm one of those weird people that don't mind listening.
I hate so much voice. Oh.
So it's odd. Rumors are that the PS4 might be only $300. If it's $300 and I'm actually getting a job soon, I'm be getting that sooner than I thought I was going to. Cause I didn't get my 360 until 360 had been around for 3 years, or like 2.5, something like that. So $300, pretty good. I just don't see the $900. That's just suicide.
That's not going to happen. Especially
that's game over. I mean, they're already losing this next generation, and we haven't even launched it yet. With a $900 price point.
Technically, Nintendo's already winning.
Yes. I mean, like how Microsoft had like a 1.5 head start. The last one.
But yeah,
Nintendo's winning, but Nintendo's not really competing for that. They've found their niche, and that's what they're going for.
See, that's what Microsoft is doing. Because I remember when it launched, it was all about the core gamer. And then they just tried to get everyone else in.
And now their dirty ploy is to make
parents
not as apprehensive about buying a video game system.
And now they're alienating everyone. So they won the market, now they're alienating it.
Well, similar thing happened with Sony. I mean, they won the PS2,
which was my favorite
original Xbox battle. So they figured they could experiment the next generation, and they failed. And now history is repeating itself. Microsoft won this last generation, and now they're going in making mistakes.
Yeah.
But E3 is next weekend. I imagine we'll talk somewhat about it. It'll probably be only halfway through by the time we record next week. Or maybe we'll purposefully not record till the end of the week, just so we could talk about it all.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll record eventually if I feel like doing this show anymore.
We wish Mike the best in his future endeavors. Have you been playing any other games?
2 episodes.
2 episodes in. Play anything else?
Well, I finished that poker game. Yeah. Unless they add more freaking achievements, then they can kiss my ass.
They'll add like an alternate player.
They'll add a fifth. They'll add. Give me some weird video game character add in there.
I don't know what Telltale can get the rights to.
They'll get Clementine.
Well, is it Telltale is part of 2K, so they get like a basketball player or something, or a baseball player or a hockey player in there.
You can play with Ozzy Guillen.
And every word that comes out of his mouth is censored or in Spanish.
Or just incoherent. It's incoherent, censored, or in Spanish.
Yes. I imagine they're going to do something crazy with that game.
I like to throw in Duke Nukem. I think I was thinking about that for a while.
Throw Duke Nukem in there.
Duke Nukem.
Then you'd have like a 6-person table, and then all the things would be all the math would be off. Instead of winning $1 million every game, you could win like $1,200,000 a game. But they would just change the amount of money you had to put in. It's really odd.
Yeah, I think we're losing steam here, so it's going to wrap this up.
Yep. You got nothing else to talk about because we're at 45 minutes, which
The
is
longest running episode ever.
Which is our goal, is to hit about 45. So I'd say that's it. For Mike, I'm Dan. See you next time.